All right, the normal stream is live. The LNK, let's take a look. Yeah, it looks good. That 21 EMA bounce, really clean.
Think I might hop into CHPT here on this pullback, this charge point. What do you think?
They were just
CHPT.
Russell. It popped a little bit and probably settled. If you're looking to enter, this is probably a good time for it.
It's got a bear div on the daily though. That would hold me off from grabbing it.
Just talking about fundamental. Follow Deja for technical.
It is pulling back though on major support. If you're willing to accept a drawdown to like $30, it could pull back to like 30 before going up. It's got a very small daily bear div. There hasn't been a single correction really on this move either.
I'm looking at this trend line here.
Yeah, I like the trend line.
And you see it's trying to hold that volume node right there. I don't know if you have volume profile on.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm going to take it. My strike rate's been doing really good on these.
Oh, the trend's good. Yeah, I like the trend line. What's going on, guys? Poncho, Mucky.
Poncho!
What do
I don't know who Poncho is, but every time you say that, I'm going to say that.
Yeah. Zebra. What do I think about Zebra? Let's see.
You are, but I like your name.
Zebra's not a bad chart, man. Daily's clean, weekly's clean. Little ascending triangle going on here. It's not bad. If it gets above like 516, it's probably gonna go higher for sure.
I'm going to cut silver. I'm going to take the dick in my mouth loss.
Yeah.
Cut it. I can't withstand the fucking drawdown on this.
It's just never ending.
Yeah, I'm 6K in the fucking hole on just silver.
Yeah, I hear you. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, it's JMA, Poncho. He said, like, I love your energy.
My December contracts are getting slaughtered, dude. They're down 57%.
What's your Twitter? Is JMA_trades?
Yeah.
That's who he is, Poncho. He's the milkman.
All right, I have capitulated on silver. Done taking a loss on it. Send it to the moon.
SNRKS? What is that, Poncho?
Is he talking about like the sneakers app?
Not sure. I think he might be.
Not really a stock.
Couple things that we went over on stream this week that are just completely ripping. Hopefully you guys made some money on. FSLR, we called that out past few days. Massive gap up on that. Our target was that pivot and that gap fill. It basically hit that level perfectly. Yeah, he's talking about the sneaker app. That's what he's talking about. American Eagle we talked about as well. That's doing very well. Target is beginning to break out. We had Laser pop up. JMA mentioned this yesterday. He said he liked it. Retesting that trend. Popped up beautifully. MicroStrategy's doing well. Lulu hit all of our targets. So hopefully you guys made some money on that. Roku, almost at our target at 438. You've destroyed all of our other targets. The 395, 400, 420, all that got smashed. 438. It's actually a little high. Let me move that. Should be around 437. Same area though, that VWAP. That's where we're looking for the next target. What else did we talk about this week? SSTI, the thing's ripping. Eli Lilly had a nice little bounce today as well. A lot of the things we talked about with call flow using cheddar flow. Pretty much every single thing that we've mentioned in Discord and on stream have completely paid. You had XLE pop up a little bit. Micron is on fire today. So the past 2 days, you've gone up about 5%. Clove had a nice day today, but it retraced. Etsy had a nice breakout. You filled the gap. That was the target. So the target has been fulfilled on that. Baidu, this one's looking really good. So, like I was telling you guys, we're kind of waiting for that 50-day moving average to break, but you're getting a nice little move already. So the person started buying the options right around, I think it was 189, 190. And then we had the breakout today. It's up a good $6 already. So if we see that break of the 50-day moving average, we could start to see a nice little trend, basically like in this direction here, trending all the way up into that gap fill right around like 239, 240. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see what else. Activision, those calls that we mentioned that person took, very, very big premium. I think, what was it, 9 million premium? They were getting paid already. I think they're up about $100 from where he got in. And then I'm not sure if you guys saw on the news, the infrastructure bill supposedly is passed. So those Vail contracts that we saw coming in, the Caterpillar contracts that we saw coming in, they're all paying. The Vail ones not yet, but I think the Vail ones will start to pay pretty soon. The Caterpillar contracts are definitely getting paid. Big move on Caterpillar today, up 3%. Something else, Rail, wasn't mentioned by me, but it was mentioned by one of our members in Discord. It's up 23% today. He asked me to look at it. I said as long as it broke 625, it looked pretty good. It's almost at 725, so that's doing pretty good. The infrastructure plan is being priced in. A lot of these stocks that have to deal with infrastructure, mainly steel or railways or whatnot, they're getting priced in. So watch out for that. I think that's pretty much it for the call flow. We had some calls come in on Tesla. Somebody's taking some lottos on Tesla. We talked about Tesla on stream yesterday. I told you guys I liked how it was closing right around the high of the day. It looked like it wanted to go higher. And that's exactly what it did. You pop up in the morning, nice little gap up, and then you just basically ran the entire day. You had a little lunchtime reversal, and now it looks like it's finding a little bit of support here. So keep an eye on that. You had a lot of call flow coming in on Tesla and on ARK-K, which is the ARK fund that holds Tesla. And then we had some calls coming in on Nflx. People are betting on, I think it's the 520s. I posted them earlier. Let me see. It's not going to let me zoom in. We can pull it up here on Cheddar. What was it? It was the 530s and the 520s for Friday and July 16th. So watch out for those. What else did we have come in today? We had some VIPS contracts come in. Those were the 22s. I made a tweet about it. Let me see. Those were the 22s for July 2nd. So watch out for those contracts. They started coming in at 30 cents. Let me see if I can pull them up here. Yeah, right here. The 22s for July 2nd. He started buying them, you can see down here, at 20 cents. He bought 8,000 of them. 30 cents. And then he bought another 8,000 at 40 cents. So he's doubling up. So his average is 35. So keep an eye on those. They're a little bit out of the money. About 10%. So kind of far out of the money. They're currently trading at around 20. He's trading the 22s. What else came in today? We had some contracts on MSOS. MSOS, 42 calls for July 16th. Those are getting paid already. Something else just came in. What was that? Let's see. Atos just came in. $14 calls for July 16th. We had some FSLY come in. That was one that we were watching in Discord. JMA was talking about that. Let's take a look at it.
Took that.
Yeah, that's a clean trade. So this is what we look for. You have the break of the 50-day moving average after some accumulation. Nice little flag at the end of it. And now we're breaking out of the ascending triangle. Did you take that exact contract that came in?
I took the July 16th $60 calls.
Yeah.
I sold them already.
Okay, nice. Yeah, these were July 2nd, 61.50s.
What did I just say that I was gonna long before fucking Dime got me all fired up on Twitter?
Charge point.
Oh yeah, charge point.
More Atos just came in. $14 calls. Same exact guy. Same exact size. Same exact premium. 716, $14 calls.
JMA, Blink looks really good today, buddy.
Yeah, I'm in that. You took that right with me?
I took them with you. Oh, yeah, they look real good today.
Power alert just came in on steel. This is one of the ones that's going to price in for infrastructure. So I don't think lumber is going to go up for infrastructure, Poncho, because lumber's already up too much and it's pulling back pretty heavily. You're seeing a, I guess you would call it a supply crunch. You had all these people that were hoarding lumber when it was skyrocketing, and now they're fucked because it's plummeting. Home
Look at
Depot.
SPLT, Deja. That's just
yeah.
like steel and the chart's fire.
Yeah. STLD and Cleveland Cliffs CLF.
Yeah, CLF. Forget about that one.
CLF looks good.
On that thing, dude.
It's testing it pretty much right now too.
What the hell's with Amazon today?
Just getting shit on. Everyone's buying Tesla instead.
Someone had to be the sacrifice.
What's with
I
the
closed my
Huya
full
squeeze?
box.
What's going on with Huya? So Huya actually has a beautiful chart reclaiming the 50-day. This 21's about to cross. When this 21 crosses, you basically just look for the trend that was basically forming the bottom. So like this trend right here. So as long as the 21 crosses here and that stays above the trend, we should start climbing. Doesn't look too bad. You live in California, you just saw the first charge point charger. They don't have a supercharge. Yeah, CLF has a really good chart. So for you guys that watch my summary of markets or you're in the Discord and you saw me post about those SPY and Qs lottos, I closed the Qs lottos today. We made a little less than 100% on those. Let me see. The target was 349.50 and 351.20. I closed them right around here when we first started to top out, and then I closed the rest when we broke 350, like right around here. So we're all out of those lottos. I did not take the SPY ones. We missed those. I figured I was going to take the Qs ones this time. SPY also doing very well, though. So
AMC, like early next week for the 9th, like maybe 60s or something. I think that's going to be throughout next week. If tech keeps going up, then that triangle that you posted before, Jamie, will be done, and then the following week it'll run.
Yo, look at Netflix.
is it ripping?
It's chopped.
It's not chopping, it's entering that gap.
Yeah.
A lot of calls coming in. CCIV 1250s for July 16th. Really big premium, almost $1 million. STEM for $15 calls September 17th. Atos, more of those same contracts, the $14 calls. What's going on with this? This guy's buying a bunch of these.
That thing's been Atos has been coming in for like the last week, man.
Dude, look at how far out of the money those are. He's buying 14s.
Well, look at the chart.
What the fuck?
It's gaining like fucking how much percent per week?
It's up 47% this week.
Yeah.
Dude, he's buying the 14s for... more of them just came in. 14s for July 16th. This guy's out of his mind.
I see a lot of calls coming in on Uber the past week or so as well, and some more just came in. 7254 calls.
What's the delta on these things? They have a 44 delta? How's that possible? What? What? These things actually have a 44 delta. That's fucking insane.
14s.
Yeah, the $14 strikes for July 16th. They're nearly 100% out of the money, and they have a 44 delta. To put that into perspective, guys, typically like 50 delta is at the money, and then it quickly falls off as you go out of the money. These are 100% out of the money,
It's insane.
and they're right around at the money delta. That is ridiculous. The reason they're so high is people actually think that this can get to 14 by September 16th.
In 2 weeks.
Let me see. The touch percentage on this is 38%. So the options market is giving them a 38% chance to touch 14 by July 16th. That's actually insane.
I love firing up the gold and silver community on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Holy fuck, dude. The implied volatility on these things is 365%. It's like a meme stock. Well, if you guys want a lotto, there you go. Atos $14 calls for July 16th. I'm going to post them up in the Discord.
Dude, fucking Roblox. Anyone take that with me?
I only played Roadblocks on the IPO date, and that was it.
CCIV 1250s for July 16th. Let's take a look at those. Hold on. 1250s? What the fuck? These are the ones you want to pay attention to, guys. This guy is buying extremely deep in the money. With almost a million premium. 96 delta.
On what?
CCIV 1250s for July 16th. Is that merger happening soon? The changeover to
What? Wait, what strike?
1250s.
What?
Yeah. The guy's a fucking madman. He wants to be assigned. Or not assigned. He wants to be exercised, excuse me. What did he pay for these fucking things? This guy's crazy. He paid $12.80 for him. So he's already at a loss. How many did he buy? He's been buying these for like the past 4 days. Yeah, look at this guy. 1250s, 1250, 1250, 1250. He's buying a shit ton of these. 4.4 million in premium. Look at this guy. He's a fucking madman.
This fucking guy.
It's almost 8 million in premium. Yeah, closer to 7.
The 20's got a lot today too.
I've been vaping CBD for the last week, JMA, and it's finally begun to start helping my tendonitis.
Delta 8 or regular?
No, just CBD. I mean, I have the Delta 8 and regular.
That probably helps your arthritis better, right? Or tendonitis.
No, I need
Would
it
you have it in your elbow?
everywhere. Like, it's never anywhere in two places at the same time. I basically feel like there's a little troll in my body that destroys a part of my body for a couple days and then moves on to the next part.
Do you get it in your wrist a lot?
It started in my wrists like 15 years ago, and I have it in my shoulder sometimes, in my knee, in my ankle, in my heel, in my quad, in my hip, in my back.
The wrist one doesn't masturbation cause that?
Huh?
It's actually
Nah, I'm
from
just fucking with you. I don't know what it is, but like when I extend my wrist to it fucking hurts. I think it's that. When I went to the doctor, they said it could be that.
they said it was hereditary. It's just I have
Oh, I
chronic
didn't.
tinnitus, and there's nothing you can do for it. You just have to be healthy and stretch.
See, I never got like any like health benefits from trying CBD. Like it's never really done anything, but I've never taken it over an extended period of time. Like I never let it like build up. You know what I mean?
That's the only way it works. It's compounded. Like if you that you won't ever feel the effects of CBD just from one day of it. It has to be at least like 3 to 5 days consistently, and then you start feeling it
The Delta 8 probably helps you though, right?
in regularly.
Damn, Costco's falling apart up here. It doesn't like this all-time high.
Smoochie, you should try that. Remember when we were looking at that one website the other day? How they had stuff that like you don't get the mind like effect from it,
Yeah,
but it's like the Delta 8, but like you don't get like you get I guess the little numbing sensation, but you don't get the mind high. You should try that because that I mean technically that is CBD as well.
yeah,
If you don't want to walk around stoned all the time, I guess.
yeah. I mean, I can't be stoned like when I start my job, but at
Yeah,
night, sure.
try
CBD
that
doesn't
stuff.
do anything though.
Dude, a lot of these momentum stocks are on the verge of breaking out, man.
Yeah, growth's back.
A lot of them are starting to show good patterns. It's just like what Deja is saying, like I want them to get above these moving averages before I start to long anything like with big size. These scalps that I've been doing on these like on Roblox and FSLY and Blink, they're only like 2K positions. I'm still kind of nervous to do anything big. I have like PTSD from when these things dropped 80%.
Wish is still in that micro pullback that I was telling you guys about on stream. But you are getting a lot of call flow. $16 calls coming in for July 23rd. Those are a little bit out of the money. Those aren't too bad though. 51 delta, so they're like right at the money.
I took August 20th $20 calls for Wish at 220 earlier. It's a lot of 20s. Now they're at 260.
Oof, Jesus though. Look at the 7-day flow. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of the like top 15 biggest orders premium wise are all puts, and they're the $30 puts for January 21st. So this guy's betting on Wish being a meme and it dying by January.
Check out AKTS. I've been watching this couple days. This thing's about to break up to $12 here.
Hold on, $30 puts. These are deep in the money. This guy might be selling these. $30 puts. That's almost all-time high. What the fuck is with these weirdos lately? A lot of these in the money weirdos. He's selling, what about 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 3.5? About 3.5 million worth of the $30 puts for January. A fucking weirdo. That's the highest strike put you can sell or buy. That looks like he's buying them. I can show you guys on stream. Give me a second. If he was selling these, you'd think the price would be going down. The price is not going down. What were you saying, Jamie? Look at what?
AKTS and FUV. I just took an FUV trade, guys. July 21st, $15 calls.
AKTS. Yeah, I like that chart. Are you running a scan on like TrendSpider or something?
No, I just, like I said, dude, I have this watch list that I built when we were trading these things months ago.
They all these charts look the same. That's why I was asking.
No, I thought I exported it to you guys. You know what? I might have done it while you were on vacation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, check out FUV. Remember how it said it was pulling back today and that long pivot's there? It's holding it. This thing's gonna rip. This thing's gonna put in like a 10% day. Yesterday was the breakout. Today retested it.
Let me see if I can find any similar charts to FUV.
It's going up to like $16.
No similar charts to FUV. AKTS, that YTEN one that I mentioned earlier today, that's still a similar chart. That's a really clean chart.
Minute buy right now.
What'd you say, Smooch?
FUV is printing a 15-minute buy right now. Curling up into the buy zone on the Momo. The 15-minute chart, that is. But approaching a lot of resistance above it, like in between 1520 and 1570. There's a lot of resistance.
Dom, you said, I heard you already talking about getting out of those Qs lottos. Do you have any thoughts on the likelihood of Qs filling the gap from today? Looking for a better price if it fills that gap. Yeah, so Qs is a lot like SPY, where if it gaps near all-time high, it almost always fills that gap very quickly. So I would assume you would fill that gap within a week. Most likely could even fill that gap tomorrow if we have a red day tomorrow. If not, I'd say very quickly next week. Qs and SPY do not like leaving gaps this close to all-time high. So SPY most likely will come back to fill that gap as well.
What do you think about Roku?
Oh, you're not in voice chat, so I gotta retype that.
Roku in the 15-minute.
Oh, are you in voice chat? Or are you on the live stream? What do I think about Roku? What?
If you open the 15-minute on Roku, it looks like it's just been like hanging out at that pivot.
Mm-hmm. I like this. It looks a lot like Tesla did. Like when things close close to their high of day. Well, I guess this isn't too close to high of day. If this had a little pump in the last like 15 minutes and pushed towards its high of day, I would like it a lot more. But I do like the support, the pivot in the 50-day. Or the 50, you know what I mean?
Many times it's just respected that 15 minutes. Wild.
But yeah, that pivot is really clean.
Deja, I just posted that watch list in chat.
Nice. Pin that. Roku is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red days in a row. This is the first pullback.
I mean,
Or sorry,
days.
green days. Green days, yeah. 5 green days in a row. This is the first pullback. We have not filled the gap, though. There's a gap, which our final target is right around 437.
Yeah, if it does do a little pump right before close, I might get 430 lottos for tomorrow.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. What was coming in on cheddar? Let's see. Big order on SPY just came in. SPX 42.55 for September 17th. About 2 million in premium, that's big, but these SPX orders are usually really big, so that's nothing out of the ordinary.
I don't know if this is a bug in trading view or trading TDA, but the bid and the ask are the same price on those Roku lottos for tomorrow. They're both 360. There's no spread.
Yeah, it's weird. Usually it should have at least 1 cent. Peep your DMs. Let me take a look, Pancho.
Pancho.
What is it, a heavily shorted stock, Atos, that we're talking about? It's getting short squeezed? That makes more sense. That message you sent me, Pancho, those 1250s, those are not for 716. Those are for, let me see, what was that for? Oh, actually, never mind, they were 716. Oh, why is your price so different? Oh, you showed puts. Those are calls. Or are you trying to fade this guy? What do I think about Micron? Micron, it's got heavy call flow. Heavy call flow, and it looks good, man. It broke those pivots. You're breaking just pretty much every single resistance you're encountering. What I think it might do here is if it runs into this little trend here, it might have a little pullback, fail off VWAP. This could be like a bulldog where you have the double bottom and then you put in the head. So this could be like a little miniature bulldog and then it pops up. It's got a lot of resistance above you though, so this could just all be a fake out and you could go lower. It really depends on how you handle the next pullback. If it stays above these pivots, I think you could go for the 50-day. One sec, guys. I'm getting a phone call. Fucking extended warranty. Calls are when you want something to go up. Puts are when you want something to go down. Mind taking a look at these two seasonal stocks, TAP for their hard seltzers for summer, and GNRC for generators for the summer heat. Let's take a look. It's kind of crazy how the seltzer game has exploded. The White Claw craze and the Truly craze just made pretty much every single brand play catch up. But you'd assume all that's already priced in for the most part. I do like Core's long term. You are breaking this massive downtrend. You were downtrending even before COVID, and the COVID bounce actually helped Core's Light here. You can see the COVID nuke barely affected Core's, and then the COVID bounce saved it. So long term, I definitely like that. It looks a little weak here. You're kind of failing that uptrend or downtrend.
TD is messing up right now.
Excuse me, uptrend.
Like, one showed a bid that was 30 cents higher than the ask.
It's the same on Weeble.
Like, I be careful doing any market orders right now. And I just did like a limit order on a Tesla 730 for next Friday, and I did it way under, and it filled, and I'm already up like 4%.
I would much prefer TAP if it reclaimed the 50-day. I'm trying not to trade anything below the 50 here. If it reclaimed the 50, 21 VWAP, all your resistance lines up around 57.50. So if you reclaimed this area right here, then it would look much better. Anything below that is weak. You could anticipate some buyers stepping in, like they did back here. So you could put in maybe a double bottom here, but a little risky. And then what was the other one you said? GNRC. This one looks pretty good. It only goes up. But it's very extended with a nasty engulfing candle today. So most likely could come back down to retest this pivot. Probably around 363. You can see how you're very extended off the 21 EMA. I typically try not to buy things that are like that. A little too extended for me. Yeah, you could either breakout trade it above all-time high, or you'd be waiting for somewhere around here. You can see how far the weekly is off of the average. Typically not something you want to trade. All right, let's go over all these calls coming in. I heard my thing go off a bunch. Tilray calls coming in, $22 strike for July 23rd. More Baidu coming in. IWM puts coming in. What were we saying?
All the apps like TD, Webull, they're all showing bid prices higher than the ask. They're all bugging out right now.
What contracts? I'll see if Tasty's doing it.
Any of the Tesla contracts, say like for next Friday, for example.
July 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Must be a bug.
Wow. There's a say. What the fuck? Roku. Wish. That's weird.
The puts are doing it too. What, is doing it for Roku and Wish too?
I think.
Let me see. I don't see it on Roku.
Look at Wish. Yeah, it's doing it on Wish.
I see it
Actually,
on Wish on the 14s.
it's a lot of them. It just seems weird that it's happening on every single platform.
Very weird. Yeah, Wish is definitely doing it. Yeah, that must be a visual bug because that's impossible.
Strange.
Like by market stand, like the way the market works, it's physically impossible. So it has to be a tech issue.
Must be like
Like the bid cannot be above the ask. It's not physically possible.
an API that's fucked up that sends everything to all the platforms. And it reversed it.
Tilray 22 calls for July 23rd. Let's take a look at that. Tilray's been getting a lot of action today. Yeah, they're betting on a little spike here out of the dip. And then what else what else just came in? Baidu 200s for July 2nd. Those are pretty standard. They're just looking for a spike here. Would ITB be considered a tweezer? Let me see. ITB home construction ETF. That's actually very interesting. Oh yeah, you could consider that a tweezer. It's got 2 wicks, same exact length. I would much rather consider this a bigger. I know you're just looking at the local trend, but you could consider this a wedge from the high, and you could consider today a retest of that wedge. That's actually not a bad chart. So for confirmation on these wedges, we like to see a close above the 50-day, which is kind of far away. So you're not going to have confirmation for some time on this. I do like the retest, though. The retest is clean. YNDX looks good, Mucky said. Let's see. Oh, I like that chart. It's not bad. I like when there's pivots like this, like double pivots. We have like a double pivot here, and we're bouncing off those pivots. So as long as we stay above 5,000, Jesus, this thing's high. Am I on the right ticker? I'm not on the right ticker, that's why. Sorry. Well, whatever this is, doesn't look too bad. Okay, here we go. This one doesn't look as good as the other one I was just mentioning. Very long pivot acting as resistance. We had a gap down, which pushed it down. Retest, which pushed it down. And then a retest here, which pulled it back. What I do like is we can see the last 2 times we hit this pivot, we nuked. But then this time, we only have a very small pullback. So the buyers are getting stronger, for sure. I also like this little uptrend here. So we're putting in pretty much a bull flag off this trend. The weekly also has some buy pressure. I like that. So as long as we can reclaim the pivot, I like it. Maybe a small run up into earnings. Kind of choppy though. I think this is a foreign company. Foreign companies have a lot of gaps. This is a major change in trend though. You can see this trend here that we were putting in, this kind of broadening wedge, and then we broke out of it, and now we're shifting momentum to the upside. This is a major change in momentum. So we could definitely see continuation. 5 minutes until close. Tesla, weak close, honestly. Could put in a little 5-minute bulldog, but not the strongest close. That zebra thing one of you guys asked about at the start of the stream just popped up on my breakout scanner. It's not a bad chart. Whoever asked about that. A pretty clean chart, to be honest, weekly and daily. Let me see if I can find any similar charts. If you guys have trade ideas, there's a cool thing you can do. If you pull up a, I forget what it's called. Let me see. It's called a single stock window. If you pull one of those up, there's a button called similar. And if you type in the ticker, it will give you charts that are similar to that chart. So it's saying DRIV is similar. Yeah, you see how similar that is? So if you like the zebra chart, the drive, that's actually really clean. If you guys like EV companies, if you guys think EVs are doing well, or you think they're going to follow Tesla, take a look at DRIV. It's the ETF for electric vehicles. You have a weekly bull flag, ascending triangle almost, about to break out of a pivot. That's not bad at all.
Would you say DRIV?
Yeah, it's the ETF for autonomous vehicles. The weekly looks really good. If it closes above that pivot. Another similar chart is SPHY. High Yield Bond ETF. That thing's ripping. Got slaughtered in COVID. Nice little retrace, though. Another similar chart is IXJ. Global Healthcare ETF. Also not too bad. And then the last one is RECAF. That thing's ripping. Big volume on that. You guys like penny stocks. Just pushed out of being a penny. Look at that thing on the weekly. Jesus. This thing was 1 penny. Now it's $11. It's up 7,000%. Well, there you go. More of those ATOS calls coming in. 14.
Stop.
Dude, they're buying a shit ton of them. The $14 calls. This guy won't
Can't believe
stop.
they're going that far out of the money.
Dude, the delta is ridiculous. It's actually possible. Look at the 7-day flow. Look at how many these things are coming in.
I've been watching them.
Holy
I've been
shit.
seeing them every day.
The biggest one is 173,000. Another thing that I wish Cheddarflow would add is right here at the top. It says like bullish sentiment, put to call ratio, calls and puts. I wish it would put like a premium. It would tell you how much all this premium was combined. That would be nice. Yeah, look at this, guys, on stream. Look at me. Look at the strikes here. Every single one that says 14. They're all the same person. There's actually not too many up here. They're all small size. Yeah, there's a lot of 12s. All the 14s. Yeah, it seems like all the 14s are actually small. There is the bell.
Ding.
Up 7% in that FUV position. We just
Nice.
took. And it hasn't even moved. People are buying that contract.
So before we close it down, I want to go over all the biggest calls that came in today. Biggest ones obviously are SPX and Qs. These always have the highest premium. These are not unusual though. Like this premium being high is not unusual. Like if I went to go to 7-day flow here, you can see these things are typically very high. Look at these 40 million, 35, 20. These things are massive. Because these are the big boys. The big boys trade the SPX. So if you guys see that flow, don't be like, oh, holy shit, that's 3 million. It's not that big. So ignore these. The highest besides the indexes, Las Vegas Sands. You had $52 calls come in for July 16th. This is actually an interesting play because if you look at Las Vegas Sands, they're getting wrecked. So someone's buying the dip on these. And the funny thing is, the last few options that we've seen come in on things that are getting wrecked, they all bounced. Like Activision bounced, Clove bounced, Micron bounced. So all these guys that are buying these options on things getting shit on, they know something. Because almost every single one of them has bounced.
When is the LVS option for?
July 16th, $52 strike. There was actually a decent amount of them that came in today.
Dude, these pullbacks got to be good to buy in these casinos because Vegas is at 100%, capacity now.
Yep.
And I think like, once people start like really traveling, the place is going to be packed.
The next biggest was SDGR. What a terrible ticker. I don't know what that is. SDGR.
Daily buy spy.
Not a bad chart, actually. What? Those are 85s for July 16th. A little far out of the money. $1 million premium. 85s. They're going for a gap fill. A partial gap fill here. So keep an eye on that. What else came in today? Square had some big ones. 250s for July 2nd. I think those already paid, though. And then we had the CCIV guys come in. And then a bunch of Baidu stuff. We already called those Baidu ones out. For the lottos, we had a lot of lottos come in today. Filter these by premium. The VIPS ones I called out in Discord, they started coming in at 30 cents. And then they came in at 40 cents again. So that guy's buying these things up. We had some ARK K puts come in. About 100K premium. Snapchat calls 69s for tomorrow. So if you guys want a lotto, I think those paid already though. Those came in right at the bell. Yeah, these paid. We looked at these earlier. They came in at 54 cents. They spiked to like $1, like right away. Trade Desk, those already paid. Snapchat 69s, those paid already. More Las Vegas Sands. $53 calls for July 2nd. We had some Tesla. If you guys like lottos, some Tesla lottos came in 970s for July 9th. Those are very far out of money. They bought them for around $1. Somebody said the new hotel also opened up for what, Hilton?
The one across the street from the Wynn. Yeah. I forgot the name of it. It looks nice though. I think they actually got sued though for making it look so similar to the Wynn.
Oh, you told us about that. Yeah. That's funny.
They were about to open it when I was out there.
That's it, guys. That's all I got for you. I'll be posting the analysis in Discord later today. You guys know the drill. I'm going to post some more of that call flow. Make sure you guys are going through the Cheddar Flow channel. I've been posting a shit ton of lottos and different calls that have been coming in that channel, and they've all been doing very well. You had some in there that were up 100% already. Like the Activision ones are up 30, the Roku up over 100, VIPS up like 30. So take a look at that channel. The SPY lottos pretty much hit our target today, so you're probably going to close those. If you want to hold on to them for tomorrow, you could, but you're already pulling back a little bit from the highs, so your gains are going to evaporate pretty quickly. The Qs lottos I've already closed, so if you guys are following along with that, I've already closed those. They hit our target. I don't want to be caught in a gap fill if it pulls back, so I'm not going to hold on to those. What else did we have? I don't think we had any other lottos that were active right now, but we had some targets being hit on the big tech. Facebook, I said 345. The high was 344.90, so pretty much hit our target. So watch out for that. You're hitting resistance. If it can't break 345 by tomorrow, very likely going to come back down to like 340, 335. Netflix, you're starting to fill that gap. So like I told you guys, the gaps on Netflix, they will always be filled. There is not a single open gap on Netflix, I don't think. If it is, it's probably like very, very old. So 550 is pretty much certain on Netflix. It's just a matter of time. So as long as you stay inside this gap, I'd say above like 510, it's going to just slowly uptrend and fill that gap. What else do we have? Tesla, you popped above the 666 pivot. If it can hold above that pivot, our next target would be around like 712. If you break 712, there's a gap at 738. Okay, so that'd be your next target. That's pretty much it. Amazon pulling back to support. You want it to bounce here. If it doesn't, very likely going back down to like 33.80. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Analysis will be later today. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe. I will be streaming tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you guys want to look at the scanners, I'm going to turn the scanners on at 9:30 in the morning. All right, guys. You guys have a good day. Peace.